Roadkill, Ruled by Machines, 11 tracks, 44 minutes, the second album from the Hobart-based heavy metal to rock band, released November 2018 by Melodic Rock Records, produced by Joe Haley of Psychroptic. Looks to have been 2 promo tracks released in the title track and Breaking All the Rules. Been waiting for this one after, I think you and I reviewed the previous release, Dave, quite a while ago.
I think so, yeah.
At the old studio.
Yeah.
You and I did that. Tim?
I didn't know Joe Haley produced this. That's pretty cool. Hell of a guitar player. I actually really enjoyed this album. There's some old school Rose Tattoo kind of vibes. Definitely. By which I mean really dirty, gritty guitar tones, and the drummer is absolutely swinging his ass off. There's a lot of a groove and a lot of movement. The vocals have some nice catchy hooks to it. I actually this isn't anything you haven't heard before. It is pub rock, but it is done extremely well. Production's fantastic, which is unsurprising now. Yeah, but it is. It's the right amount of grit and the right amount of rawness for this style. I mean, if this had sounded like, a really slick, polished record, it just wouldn't have worked. Yeah. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Blood, Sweat and Tears was my highlight, which is a song title perfect for this record, frankly. It really well done.
Cool.
Yeah, this one...
As opposed to the other one.
As opposed to the last album, which I haven't heard. Yeah, for me, it's a good sounding straight-ahead rock album. Very solid in playing. I thought everybody kind of complemented each other really well. But it's nothing you haven't heard before, but that's okay. Some good meaty riffs in it, though. There's some parts where it just, it just hits you and it's great. You sort of nod your head to it and go, yeah, that's cool. I enjoyed that. The vocals in spots reminded me, and I'm never good with names, but the guy from Scorpions.
Oh, yeah.
Klaus.
Yeah, Klaus. Yeah. The guy who didn't fucking sing here because he was too fucking sick. But that's all right. That happens to the best of us.
And the worst of us too.
Yeah, some of that. But then other times I've found the vocals distracting and annoying. Yeah. I was either liking some areas and I'm really disliking. And it made me really, really hard for me to listen to this album. Decent punchy production though overall. It sat all well and the track order was good as well. I thought it just moved along nicely. Didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. Some great guitar work in spots. Some of the solos, fuck me, were good. Really good. Breaking All the Rules, Here Comes Trouble and Breakout with my standouts. 6 out of 10.
Yep.
I love the concept of the title track, Ruled by Machines, and I appreciate the irony that I was listening to this on my mobile phone. but seriously, it's kind of cool that people are still questioning how good or bad technology can be. Musically, it's very cool, some very catchy songs. Choruses might be a bit repetitive at times, but they're great hooks, and if it works for Iron Maiden, why the fuck not? But yeah, it helps you sing along when you're drunk. It's an enjoyable listen, straight up rock and roll, not reinventing the wheel or anything, it's just great music done well. I was listening to it on the drive over here, and yeah, it's just excellent driving music as well. I gave it 7.5 out of 10, Ruled by Machines, Breaking All the Rules, and Here Comes Trouble. Standout.
Yeah, not to go over old ground, but this is pub rock, and it's about as pub rock as it gets. It's 4 on the floor, straight ahead, and that's doing it's not trying to be anything else. If you like your, Angels, Rose Tattoo, AC/DC, Airborne, you're going to be at home. Look, I'm sure you have a good time with this one if you're into that kind of thing. It's odd. You guys actually like the production. The production bothered me a bit on this. I'm amazed to find it was produced by a guitarist because the rhythm guitar sound really didn't work for me. Really like the solo tone.
Yeah, that was good.
I find it was sort of a bit weird. And the vocals I thought were a bit dry and a bit too far forward. To my ear, that's just sort of where it landed.
They were a bit dry. They were a bit dry.
Yeah. It's a plug and play kind of mix. It wasn't really much tricks applied to it.
No. But look, it's fun music and they sound like they're having fun playing it too, which is good. That really comes across and it was pretty cool. Probably could have used a couple of gear changes throughout. I felt it was a bit of a long listen towards the end and I was starting to sort of zone out a little bit, but all said and done, it's still a good, fun rock and roll album. I gave it 7 out of 10. The highlights were Last Stop Before Hell, Here Comes Trouble, Love at First Bite, and Primeval.
It's been covered off, I'm going to say it again. This is like a party rock to a bit of a metal album on this. It's just a bunch of fun to be had. So if this is your thing, this is great. This is for the bars. This is not meant for anything more than playing in a bar. and unashamedly so. They are proud of that fact, I get the impression of through listening to this. Performance is solid, but not groundbreaking. This is a nice live feel about it. The band is tight, dialed in. You can see these songs and the band jumping straight out of the studio, straight onto the stage, and you get no difference whatsoever between the two. The one thing I did like was the cowbell. That was really cool. The one thing I didn't like
cowbell
was the constant double kick on this. That was fatiguing for me listening to it. There was way too much double kick. It just... I know you were talking about the swing and the swagger, and that was cool, but the double kick non-stop through it kind of took my attention away from that aspect, and I would have loved just to actually double down on the groove side of it more than the double kicking. The writing's pretty straight ahead, nothing complicated, cool riffs, rhythms and solos with vocals that fit the style well. None of this is well beating, but it's a tried and true formula that will always stand the test of time. It's always fun. The songs for mine did get a little bit too repetitive on record. They seem to drag out songs to 4+ minutes when they could have been cut down to that 3 to 3.5 minute mark. I get why they did it, because it always works in a live environment, but they just sort of trimmed that fat off the record, would have shaved a few minutes off the record overall and made things less repetitive. I would have thought it would have been better served by doing that. Lyrics are simplistic, it suits the style, it's what you want out of it. Full of typical cliches about being in a band with the attitude and that sort of stuff expressed in the genre. They're well crafted. There isn't anything, again, overly new, but you've heard it before. But it's like a comfortable pair of jeans. You'll get into it nice and quick, be very comfortable very quickly. It's a happy place. It's all good. The production is pretty much plug and play. Get the band in the room, catch it, mix it, and then release it. Nothing complicated about it at all. I think it was simple production, but good production at its core. Good tones, well balanced, a solid mix that keeps everything... I thought everything sat where it should on this one. Some little touches applied here and there to add some differences, but nothing too complicated. I like the mix. I think it suits the band well, and it helps it to pop out of the speakers a little bit. I think it's to do with the drum sound in particular. That really made it sort of jump out a bit. All in all, I agree with the lack of gear changes. That really sort of was a bit off-putting. It made... The songs themselves, they repeat, and then that makes the album repetitive in turn when the tempo doesn't change too much.
Made it feel long.
Yeah, one song was much like another, and they just sort of tended to blur into each other a bit. It just feels like it could have been a bit more refined. But if you want a straight-ahead rocking album for the 45-50 minute mark, this is going to really hit the spot for you. If you like Aussie rock with some heavy guitar work, this is one to check out. It's a very solid release. All in all, I enjoyed it, but it's one of those ones I'll probably only spin now and then, not one I'll spin all the time. Got to be in a particular mood for this one, for me. It's a solid record, nothing I've heard before, but it's enjoyable, a lot of fun. Just sits within the pack, though. That's the shame about it. I go to 7 out of 10. Looking for Love, Breaking All the Rules, and Prime Evil, my standouts. Check it out for yourselves. Let us know what you think. Roadkill.
Very good.
Roadkill. Okay. Ruled by machines. Who wants to go first on this one?
Tim.
Just going to go back and forth, are we now?
I think
pendulum
so.
it?
Yes. I think we'll do the pirate ship. Yeah.
This is a cool Christmas present.
It's a bottle.
No, it's a
It looks like a
steampunk
JD
effect.
bottle.
Yeah.
But it's a steampunk effect. It's got like the...
Oh,
and it lights up when you...
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's cool. And it's nice.
Yeah, it looks like a bottle of Jack.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Smoking a bit of JD.
Just when you need to add another layer of pretentious wanker to vaping. You just,
How good
You've
is
done
that?
it. How good's that? Didn't think you could be done.
Just suck my self-righteous pineapple cloud.
I still love that so much.
Alright, so we're throwing to you, are we, Tim? You ready to go?
Yeah.
Alright.